ever lost a chess game? I have, and I am a grandmaster. I lost a lot of games. But there are some things you can do when you sense you're on the way to losing. And that's what today's video is about. It's the 3 rules of surviving in chess. And one of the rules is a bit like Fight Club. Don't lose. It's not rule number 1. Don't lose, rule number 2. And don't lose is rule number 3. Basically, well, it is a little bit like that. The thing is, it's very difficult to beat people that don't lose. That sounds obvious, but what I mean will become apparent in this video. So stay tuned. I get into a horrible position and just have to sort of dig in and not lose. And this is a little bit what chess is all about, is avoid slipping. That's that sort of you're worse, but a lot of the position you lose, you will just look at them and say, okay, I switch the board and let Stockfish play my position. Is it gonna lose? No, it's not gonna lose. It's not gonna lose. So let's get into this game. It was from the first round in this Kronborg tournament that we had several games from in the past videos. I play white against Uwe Winterskov, a decent we had a game with him earlier in GM Talks. Anyway, knight f3 is sort of not saying too much. c5 is the kind of move you can play if you play the Sicilian, and he will be allowed to play the Sicilian. This is that's the good thing about being old and having played everything and not being too bothered about being principled and having a lot of things from sort of your home work, because I don't expect to win in the opening. I was always hoping to win in the opening when I was younger, but then I realized it's not gonna happen now. I can't remember the long forcing lines anyway, and that's not where my strength is. It's not better memory, it's better understanding, so let's keep it to that part of the game. Anyway, e6, I think he plays the Khan variation, but I had already decided I'm just gonna play reverse King's Indian. I can play that. I didn't know what he was going to play. I thought I had seen a game where he played something weird, and I thought this was probably good. And he did play something weird. He did play d6, and that's, to be honest, that cannot be the best move. The best move must be d5. For sure, d5 is clearly the optimum move. I have the choice between queen e2 and knight d2. I think it's fine either way. Interesting position coming up, and of course, if Black knows what he's doing, he should be fine in this position. But on the other hand, it cannot be bad for white. But d6 is a different beast. We are going to have a full-fledged one. And here I played a weird move. I don't know why. The best move is just to play rook e1, c3, and so on, and just continue. And some point play d4. And white should be slightly better in these positions. So I don't know why I decided to play this plan. The idea is that after this move, I play this move, and we will go into a reverse Sicilian. I had seen this plan before, and I thought it was pretty cool, and also thought that he would not really like this stuff. So I'm basically planning to play f4 and f5, and of course he can kick it, and he did kick the knight, often a good idea, and going back to f3 makes no sense, so we're going here, keeping the way open for the f pawn, and he played d5, and I thought, well, I probably have to play something but this is a good move. D5, it's the best move before I get to play f4. I should probably play f4 anyway here. That was probably be a natural move in the position, and just saying, okay, it's a bit clumsy, but it must be the best move, and he will probably take, and I'm not really fan of my position, but f4 is the best move. I played this move. I thought this was the idea, to be honest. And he took here, and I played knight f4, expecting d5, d4, and after something like knight d5 or knight e4, we have some, I think I played knight e4, something like this, we would have a typical close Sicilian. You could also go to d5, I don't know. And this kind of position, it's difficult to play with black, and I will have no problem developing. Unfortunately, he played a novelty. Actually, it turned out he played this move, and that's a really good move. Really good move. It just messes up my position completely, and I didn't know what to do here because it all suddenly started to look bad, and queen d2, and you can even play knight d4 or something, and I'm starting to so I played f3, but and then you already know you're on sort of on the back foot when you play f3. This was definitely not the idea behind this line, so I had to play queen d2, still something like this, and then maybe take the pawn and allow the white squares to become a mess was probably best. I don't know. I would definitely prefer black, and I think this bishop g4 more or less just refutes my setup. Anyway, f3 is and after this move, I would really love to play this and maybe off a draw, but here black is already better. My position is a mess. So from here on, I'm basically worse, much worse, and it's verging on lost the whole way. The key is when things are bad, don't make it even worse. So I will try not to give any more concession. Just think of it like your computer. You just think of it like you're a stockfish, and you have this position. You say, is stockfish gonna lose against Uffe Winterskov in this position? No, it's not gonna lose. It's probably gonna win. So just don't make it worse. Don't lose in one move, and it's very tough to beat you. The thing is, when we have a very bad position, it's so easy to slip into lost territory. You just say, "Oh, I can't stand it. It's horrible. My position. It's painful to watch this." And then you just let go. So it's so easy. Like you're stranded in the middle of the sea on a plank, and there are sharks, and it's so easy to just let go and let yourself be eaten. But you have to hang on to that plank, and just, even though you might not survive, and it's gonna be painful, it's gonna be horrible, it's gonna be hard, but you still have to do it, because otherwise you just die. And well, that's sort of it. Anyway, King H1, I don't know. Maybe best move. My position is this one was supposed to attack something, and now it's just in the way. Rook e8 plays a pretty good move. Just I'm developing, and knight comes in, also a good move, and I was surprised by this move. But it's a good move. He does have that much control that he can get away with weakening his king side like this. Even though it is something you're a little bit happy to see, because it gives you chances that if he messes up, his king side will be ruined. He could also just go back anyway. And I went here, and bishop comes out. And of course, black is putting a lot of pressure. This looks bad, but okay. Defending stuff. We have a lot of squares that need defending, and this one will be weak as well. So just stay in there and see what's coming, and try to absorb the hits. Knight e2. Yeah, I don't like to play like this. It feels painful, and of course he's not gonna take. I think the computer likes taking and say, well, black is better, but just keeping the pieces on is nice. I don't know. C3, not letting this, but okay, can come here. I think I should maybe have played this and try to exploit the, but I didn't feel like it. Just didn't feel right. The computer likes it anyway. C3, and he does not. He does not rush. Do not rush. I don't know. I think he's planning this, and there will be problems here, and I'm still trying to dig in and just not lose. This is sort of just don't lose the next move, right? Is the plan here, and hope that something will show. But he's staying patient. And of course, exchanging some pieces looks like a good idea. I'm overprotecting. I have a lot of weak spots, and maybe also this pawn here, this place here could be a problem. But I'm just trying not to lose anything, and let's exchange everything. And maybe someday I'll break out with G4, F4 or something like that. And he played. I like that move. Just basically getting to the queen side. Maybe someday here, this down here could be annoying. Rook e1 and queen a4. Also, I think a good move. Just attacking the pawn, or maybe also threatening to go here, and winning something. And he's pretty well played here. You could also go into this square. A3, defending the pawn. Queen b3, attacking another pawn, and not so nice, right? Not so nice. And of course, yeah, defending. So far I have made no active moves at all. I have not managed to do any kind of activity. I'm probably planning to play something like this and rook queen d1, and still hoping not to lose. And of course he comes with more bet. He has more space, and Uffe, even though I have very good results against Uffe, I think I have plus, I don't know, 4 or something. He is trying to beat me here. He knows he's much better, and it's just a question if I will survive. Okay, I decided there might be some problems here. He could actually have gone to this one here. Yeah, the computer says I could play this move. I didn't like it. Felt wrong. But maybe it's not so bad. If I could get the queen to f6, that would be nice. I couldn't make it work. Okay. Bishop h3. He just moves. Rook e2. Defending, rook d8, and I don't think he didn't play it. It's also difficult to play it very precisely, these kind of positions, but there's no doubt that even though the computer says close to equal here, it's still not that nice. Attacking here. Defending, but I liked that his king was here, because now if this is ever opened, it will be with check. Rook d2, overprotecting here, getting ready for queen d1. Looks very, very clumsy. Again, the computer likes something like f4, just trying to play actively, and maybe it's probably best to play f4. I was not convinced. I didn't like it, but maybe I was a little bit too pessimistic here. Knight c6. So he decided he could just go anyway. I go back. And maybe I'm just playing way too passively here. Probably I am overprotecting, just trying not to lose. d4. He's just finally decided to get going with the pawn. He could also wait. And queen d1, attacking the queen. And I didn't feel very. I think I was afraid of maybe knight a4 or something. You play this move? Yeah. Maybe followed by this move and this move. It looks pretty awful. Anyway, he took, and of course it's fine because the ending is clearly better for black. Take, and just a6, and I got like a lot of weaknesses to cover. But still, the 3 rules apply: don't lose, don't lose, and don't lose. So, pieces into the board, hoping for something I could scramble into some sort of getting some pieces out before I'm basically he will just put on the pressure here, bishop somewhere, maybe this maneuver or this, and maybe the knight will come here at some point. Maybe he'll play c4, knight d5, and so on, and it will be very unpleasant. Sometimes you can even go b4. So a6, knight d2, and getting the king back into the game. Knight d5. There's a hole here, but I was sort of happy to get the knight out, and hoping to. And of course, if he takes and I take, I'm fine. So we go back, and I play d4. I've managed to get a knight to a decent square after being sort of set back on the back rank. So I'm keeping it there. It's not going to get kicked with f5 immediately. And also, actually this is a pretty big positional threat, making this a serious hole in white's position. Okay, but it does give me a nice little, or not very nice little weaknesses. Still, it could wait. There's no reason to do this immediately, and sometimes you would probably prefer to be able to strengthen the side here. And h4, and we see this idea playing out, and I was starting to feel a little bit more hopeful here. I also had the idea to go c4 or something like this, and maybe my position was not so bad. I thought, but anyway, I thought this was, but this was a good move. Yeah. Of course, take, and king f7, and now there's also open files for him, and he has a strong pass pawn here, so plenty of trouble in paradise. And knight e5 is also in the air, and these all looks very weak. King h2, typical prophylactic against the check, and also against this check, and so on. Maybe should have gone to f2, I don't know. Knight e5, and it's coming, and I'm in trouble, and I had to cover this one, and here comes this move, Yeah, I think he could play a3 was also pretty good. I can't take because he also played rook g8 or something. Anyway, so and I went back. Still trying not to lose in one move. Just don't lose, right? Just don't lose. And he makes a huge mistake. Well, I felt a little bit sorry for him. He had a strong move. We're gonna go into what I think there are many moves here. I thought he should play something like knight b6 into a4, but the computer finds this move, which is, and then just takes here, and you can't take back because he's just gonna get crushed. So that's pretty awful. Still not completely lost, but pretty close. Pretty close. Pretty close to lost. But knight c7 is a huge mistake, because suddenly I get rewarded for all my pain and suffering, and there is something tactically, magically appearing. When you don't lose, you might sometimes get lucky and win, and this was not deserved. I got outplayed, but bishop f4, and we have a problem. Oh no, there's actually nothing to do here. I think he could have done better than that. He should take on e4 or something, and it wouldn't, maybe not be so bad. Still, I would have after here, he's not losing a piece, I think. Something like this. And it's I don't know, maybe not. This move, of course, this move, and it will be interesting. I'll have a piece more, I think, here, right? But he has some chances. It's not completely lost. He was also in time trouble, so he panicked, and after king e6, also I don't think he realized that the table had turned at this point. So this was a real unpleasant surprise, and now it's just over. It's just I'm just gonna take this one, and this one is gonna hang and so on, and he can't do anything. The knight doesn't have a good move, and he just take, and it's lost. And I felt a little bit sorry for him. I just double attack here. And bishop c7, bishop c8, and this move, black resigned. He will end up with losing a lot of material. So that was unfair, but that's how you survive a lost position. Just don't lose. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments and so on, and I will be back with another video in probably next week. Thank you for